Hey everybody, so I am back sooner than I thought I would be, given my last video and what I'd shared about me going away and going on business trips this week, because I ended up getting my package in the mail, and by the title, you guessed it, it is Bolt Action. That is the new game that I am hoping to be able to play and paint up. As I mentioned, there's a kind of a local couple of people that are interested in playing, and so I really watched some YouTube videos, and I'll actually put for those of you that are interested, I'll put the Beasts of War first part 1 of the Bolt Action playthrough in case you guys are interested in just seeing it, because I thought it was a really cool video. But this is what I got in the mail, and I ended up buying the 500 point starter army, which does not come with the rulebook, but I ended up, I'll go through sort of what I ended up getting and what came with it, and then just mention why I did it the way I did for those of you that are looking at different ways to potentially get into this game. This is the Bolt Action rulebook. I have not looked at it in detail because I have literally just picked this thing up, but it has some nice pictures. It looks like it's about 200 pages of rules. It's a nice hardcover book, and I thought it was fairly reasonably priced given that, all of that. And so some of it's pictures and some are pictures of miniatures. And so yeah, so this is the hardcover rulebook. I had purchased the 500 point American package like I mentioned, and essentially they give you 30 soldiers, which includes the ability to make a bazooka team as part of it, you know, sort of like your HQ as well, like your lieutenant. I'm not an expert on the game, I haven't read the rules yet, but I only know what I've read on forums and saw on YouTube. But this is the American Army box that it comes with, and just looking at some of the miniatures, it comes with lots of options for posing for the plastic kits. There's also a weapon sprue in addition to this sprue that's in there that has more stuff, and comes with bases for the plastic kit. What also it comes with is, for the 500 point, is a one medium machine gun team. This does not come with a base, and the heads are actually interchangeable, and you could potentially use heads on other miniatures. Like you could take other miniatures from Bolt Action, at least probably your American if you're doing Americans, and you can put them on here if you want to get more variety. This is a 30 cal machine gun team that's actually transporting the machine gun, but they actually give you a stationary machine gun with it. And then this is another one where it's actually somebody lying down and shooting it. And looks like that you're getting like 5 different heads to choose from on your 3 different guys here as well. It does not come with a base. You do have to make your own base. What it also comes with is, it actually comes with just a Jeep, and it's part resin, part metal. It comes with a Jeep, and it's got some more metal components like the steering wheel and different, like your window piece and your tires for the front, and then it comes with a canopy for the Jeep to put on. Because I wanted some more options, I don't know how well this will work out, but at least for the driver, but I wanted the ability to use a machine gun on it, so I purchased the machine gunner that you can actually put, you know, holding on to this. I'm guessing it's like this, I'm not sure, I'd have to look at it, sitting on the back of the Jeep. So I got that guy who I can play around with, and I also have an American driver. This is still uncut, the sprue, but essentially it's a driver that can sit in the driver's seat. And so I purchased those extra. And what's really nice, I've looked at what I've ordered, and I can't seem to figure how I got this guy, so I must have got him for free, because with my group that they just sent there, they actually ended up throwing this guy who's carrying somebody over his shoulder. And it's not part of the package at all. And so they threw that into the extra blister that had the extra driver and machine gunner that I ordered, which I thought was really nice. I honestly don't know whether this is a a British guy because he's got the beret, or whether it's like some sort of U.S. Airborne or something. Like, I don't think it's U.S. Airborne. I'm not sure. I'll have to look online, but either way, I thought that was really nice of them because it definitely wasn't part of the package. And as far as other things that I got to support this, because I got a Jeep, I did purchase some of the Jeep decals, the Allied Stars, and I got the order dice that you need to play the game. So I just ordered some black order dice, and so these are key because each unit, the way it activates is based on these dice. So how you choose to activate them. So what I did purchase at my local store, because I got these from Warlord Direct, but then I found out that my local store is carrying more stuff, is I got the Armies of the United States, which you basically get what you need to play the game with the bolt action manual, as I understand it, and it actually has the information you need to play the US, but anytime you have what is the Army specific book, it's sort of like a codex from 40K. This supersedes the main book, and I got this just because I figured it also, I think, gives some more options for playing the United States, and so I ended up getting it because it just seemed like the right thing to do. For those of you that are interested in bolt action, I know this is not a new game. There's plenty of stuff on the net. I mean, it's not been around that long, but it's not by any means new. The reason I went the route I did, I ended up spending more than you would spend on a starter set. The reason that I did go this route is I saw the game on YouTube. I saw whether I thought I would like it, you know, and I know some people here that want to play. And I kind of thought, well, what's the next step if I get a starter box like the Normandy? I think it's Assault on Normandy, or it's the Normandy box. What the Normandy box gives you is, I think, about the same amount of dice, but half of them are one color and half are another, because the Normandy box comes with about 20 Germans and 20 US, and you're meant to be able to simulate battles between US and Germany. So for about, I don't know, it's between $80 and $90 for the box set. You get the book, which is a really good deal. You get a little piece of terrain. It's like sort of like a little ruin, and you get the armies, the 20 Germans, the 20 Americans, and infantry, sort of like this kind of box. And then you get the dice. And so it sounds like a pretty good deal. The only thing for me is that I know that immediately, if I want to play one of them, like as I knew I wanted to play Americans, I knew I would have to buy more dice. And so that would mean buying another one of these, exactly, because they don't sell them in smaller quantities. So right off the bat, I knew I was going to have to buy more dice in the short future if I expand. I knew that I was going to likely need to buy more models, because unless I want to just simulate a 20-man squad, I'm basically already in it again for another bunch of models. And I think that's probably about it. I mean, if I wanted to get a vehicle or something, that's just obviously going to be extra. And so when I figured it out, I kind of thought, by actually getting this 500-point army for about another half of that price, actually less, probably, I'm basically going to get my dice that I need, for the most part, to play the game. I did have to buy the book on top of that, but I'm essentially getting some two machine gun squads. I'm getting a fair bit of infantry. I'm getting the Jeep. Now, I spent a little extra to just put the gun on the back, but so now I've got either it as a transport, or I believe as, you know, something that can be fairly mobile with a machine gun on it. And yeah, you know, I kind of thought that for me, with what I wanted to get out of this, it'll get me playing a fair bit of infantry stuff with some different options, and a little bit more infantry than what the other set would have, because I've got probably close to 30 guys with this when I add it up. So yeah, so that was my reason. You know, like, I think it really just depends on whether you're just sort of checking it out and you're really unsure even with what you look at, whether you want to play it or not, or whether you really think that you're going to be likely spending anyway, so why not just put a little bit more in and go with one of the other package rather than the starter sets. Because the starter sets are always great, you know, like I think from previous games that I've looked at too. But in this one, I kind of felt like, yeah, I've got to go a little bit of a different route to get what I want. So yeah, that is the my update for Bolt Action and the new game that I'm hoping to paint, you know, in the next couple of months up. And I'll likely start playing with them primed because I know that I'm not the only one with an unpainted army in the area. So I'll likely assemble and get them going so I can try it out. And I'll be bringing these books on my vacation to go on my flight, read while I'm there and on the flight back. So it should be fun reading. And so yeah, that's my update, and hope everybody's having a good week. And I will talk to you in a couple weeks because I'm not going to be around for a little bit. I'll probably be on YouTube doing comments and stuff when I'm away, but I won't be posting anything up. So have a good one, guys.